Hey everybody, welcome to another Cricut Craft tutorial. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and hit that bell icon because that will let you know when I post a new video. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to make an outdoor sign using wood and vinyl. We get a lot of questions about how to make these signs and how to make them last. One of the key things is to not put anything on top of your vinyl and to only seal your wood. To seal your wood, you're just going to need polyacrylic. You can use the can type or you can get this in a spray as well, and you'll just want to make sure that you thoroughly seal your wood. I've added hangers to my sign, and this is our finished sign, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make this and how to apply the polyacrylic. So you'll just need wood, vinyl, some polyacrylic, and then you're going to need a squeegee and not the hard plastic one. You'll need a little bit more of a pliable one. This one is from 651 Vinyl, and it comes in a bunch of different cute colors. So I will link this below because this thing is great, and like I said, it's a little more bendy than the hard plastic, and it's better for things like this. Let's go over to Design Space so we can design our sign. In Design Space, I've just grabbed a couple images that they had as part of their access. So this is going to be a super easy to do sign. So we have a strawberry, a raspberry, and a blackberry. Nothing too exciting. And we're going to make a sign that says Farm Fresh Berries. So what we know is that we know the size of our sign. So let's go ahead and do a template. This just helps you fit everything onto your sign. Open up a square and click on the little unlock button down here in the lower left-hand corner. And I know that my sign is about 10.5 inches wide, and it is 6 inches tall. It's not very big, but it's the perfect size for what we're going to use it for. So what we're going to do is take this and just send it to the back, and I didn't mean to move my little raspberry. But you see how there's like this weird extra piece from the way that Cricut has this design? They designed some weird things, and I don't really like it. You can slice that out if you wanted to, but we're just going to go ahead and leave it. It's fine, no big deal. So we'll just put that back in there. So we're going to make this a lot smaller because it's not all going to fit if everything's really, really big. And we'll move these around once we kind of figure out what we're going to do. So I'm going to do Farm Fresh in one font, and I'm going to do this in a script font. So what we're going to do is just find any script font that we like, and we can use anything, you know, this is all your style, so find something that you like and use that. You don't have to do them exactly the same, but this is a great way to kind of learn how to mix and match fonts. Usually if I'm doing a script font for one section of my words, I'm going to do something that's going to be a little bit more simple and straight versus something curly and swirly for the second set of fonts. So I think, and actually let me look, sometimes if you see a font that you like, you may just need to look at it because I actually really like that. So maybe we'll change our idea here. So what we might do is do Farm Fresh in this. And why does fresh look spelled wrong? It's not. It just looks weird. So we're going to just move Farm Fresh around a little bit, and we'll do that. And then let's do berries in the script font because why not? So let's just find the script font that we like. Again, a lot of this, like I said, if I do something that's kind of simple for the first one, I will go back and maybe do something a little bit fancier for the second one. Now this I don't think matches very well. I think this isn't swirly and it's too fat. So that's just something you need to think about when you're doing these, is just kind of playing with your fonts, seeing what might work versus what won't look good with it. I'm so sorry, my kitten is just going all sorts of nutsy and breaking my world. Oh, there are days. So we're just going to find our font. This usually takes a couple minutes, but once you start playing with this more and kind of figuring out what fonts you like, you'll be able to pick out a font a lot faster, but I wanted to show you guys some options. But I think we're probably just going to end up with the usual Magnolia Sky on this one because I think it's going to actually look really good. It's not usually one I use a ton, but I think it actually looks really, really nice. So with Magnolia Sky, I always do the letter spacing at -1.2. and it usually spaces them out pretty nicely. So we'll do that. And I think I'm going to take the B, and it's not going to be a capital B. We'll do a lowercase b. I think that looks better. And then what we can do is move around all of our berries. And I hate this thing. I swear to you. We need to undo because I accidentally attached and I didn't mean to. Because you want to make sure that your one part of your berry stays a different color than the other part. And I swear, this has been a design space issue for a while. It just likes to make up colors. I don't know why. Okay. Now that we're somewhat moving on with life here. So now you just need to move your berries around to wherever you want them on your sign and however you want them spaced. So I think we'll do the raspberry here, and then we're going to do the blackberry. I'm going to go ahead and group that again just so I don't have to mess with it too much. I think I'm actually going to flip it. So let's go to arrange, and we're going to flip him horizontal just so that his leaves go this direction and the rest of him goes the other way. Don't worry too much if these aren't lined up. It's fine. It's not going to matter because you'll line them up when you put all this together. But I actually think I'm going to move this over. We're going to put the strawberry here. So you just move things around, figure out where you want them. And I think that looks pretty good. We are going to do the words in black. We're going to do the berries in all those colors. So when we go ahead to do this, we want to make sure that we have welded the word berries. Because if you don't, it's going to have cut lines in it. And we don't want that. So you just need to make sure you weld the word berries. And for this, because I just want to be able to keep as much vinyl saved as possible, I'm not going to attach my black pieces together because when you click make it, I'll show you what it'll do. So eventually it will load. Give it one moment. We'll get rid of that square, but you'll see that it's going to save us a little bit of vinyl versus having a big space because we can space them out just fine by ourselves on the sign totally by ourselves. So let's go back. We're going to go ahead and cancel the cut really quick because we need to get rid of the square because we don't need that. I totally forgot to delete that for you guys, but this is just a template. We don't need it. We're not going to cut it out for any reason. So now we click make it, and this is a perfect project to use for like scraps and stuff because you only need just a small piece of green, a different shade of green. You can use a couple different shades of green. There's 2 different shades of purple. I would say a darker purple for this one, a lighter purple for this, and then bright red for your strawberry. So I'm going to go pick out our vinyl. I'm going to get everything cut and weeded, and I'll show you guys how we are going to apply this so that our sign is good for outdoors. So it's important to note in this step what we're going to be using. So we're going to be using Minwax polyacrylic, and this is all water-based, and I use clear gloss, but you could use any kind that you want. It doesn't have to be the clear gloss. It comes in semi-gloss and matte, but this is just the one that I use the most. And the important thing to note is that we haven't stained this. I'm not going to stain it because the place it's going is all natural wood, but if you did stain it, you can put this over it, and you just want to be pretty generous, and you want to cover the entire wood sign with this product. Now I do have a cat hair in here, so I'm going to have to pull that out because whatever you have in here will get stuck to your wood. But what we're doing is just sealing the wood. So it's important to note when you do an outdoor sign, you do not seal the vinyl to the wood because what it's going to do is lift your vinyl. So you just need to seal the wood. Now on this one, I am going to seal all the sides and the back of it as well, just so that we are fully covered. And like I said, you just want to be pretty generous. You don't have to be crazy with it, but you do want to put a pretty decent coat on. And like I said, I'm just covering the sides. I will flip it over once this side has dried, and then I will cover the back side of this. And that way your wood is going to be protected from the weather. Your vinyl is automatically protected from the weather. It's an outdoor vinyl, so you don't need to seal it to the wood. So simple as that, you just brush them on, let it dry, and then we'll flip it over and I'll do the back. And when we come back, we can put everything on. I've let the polyacrylic dry overnight. And the purpose of the polyacrylic, a lot of people think it's to get the vinyl to stick to the wood, but it's actually just to seal the wood against any of the elements, because this is outdoor vinyl. Now you can notice, and how you guys can see, I decided to go with the StarCraft Magic, and this is StarCraft Magic Deceit on all of these. And then this is just Black Oracle 651 or Oracle 651. So I've already transfer taped them, pushed them down. So all we're going to do now is just take them off of the transfer tape and line everything up and place it onto our wood. So I like to start always at the top of my signs. It just gives you a good starting point for where you're going to line everything up. So we're going to go ahead and use a squeegee, not the hard plastic thing from the CRICUT tools, but this is a like more pliable squeegee. It's not super stiff. So we're just going to go ahead and press it down, and you may have a letter or two that doesn't want to stick right away. It's also extremely humid in here, so that does tend to make a bit of a difference. But it is getting warm here, so our craft room gets really, really, really humid. And sometimes if you're having a little trouble getting them to stick, it helps just to take your transfer tape and pull it at a really, really sharp angle, basically almost folding it over itself. And you can see it's stuck really, really well. We'll go ahead and do the berries part next. And I don't know if you guys have seen some of my other videos, but I usually will flip my designs over and actually peel the backing off of the vinyl versus pulling the vinyl off of the backing, so the transfer tape will be face down. I just find that a little bit of an easier way for me to do it. And I'm going to apologize now because my kitten just jumped up here, and so you're going to probably see Magnolia again, because she loves to make her little appearances. Yep, there was her little tush. She loves to be involved in my crafting. So you guys have any craft buddies that just always have to be there? Do they drive you crazy? Because she makes me just a little crazy. So as you can see, we're just pushing it down with our squeegee, and then we're simply just going to do the exact same thing, where we're just going to slowly peel our transfer tape up, again at a fairly sharp angle. You'll want to make sure you do watch if you have any small lines or letters that they are sticking down. We can move on to our berries, which I have layered these already on the transfer tape versus trying to layer them on to the design. That way I can just put them down all as one piece. So we'll start with our raspberry. And I'm going to tell you now, my blackberry ended up looking more like a blueberry, but it's fine. And you can just lay it down wherever you want to place it. Doesn't really matter. This is all personal preference, but I just thought these would be really pretty, especially when the sun hits them, because this is going outside. So this is going to be really pretty when the sun hits them. And you can see how easy this stuff is to work with. And then we have our strawberry. Again, this is just the StarCraft Magic Deceit stuff. It's not anything crazy fancy, but it is really pretty. It's super sparkly. This is the smaller sparkles, so like the little smaller pieces. And then there's the other one, which is the Hoax Hollow, which that one has the big fat pieces. And then here's the black blueberry. Don't make fun of it. I thought the blue might look darker. It's very bright. So we'll just go with it, and it is what it is. So then you're just going to lay your berries. Like I said, just lay them wherever you want. There's no right or wrong to your design. This one I did post on my Etsy store, and I will link it below, but this is really easy to like design yourselves. I just tossed it up there because I like to add something new each week. So this one has a couple layers of the transfer tape because I had some scraps of it laying around, so I just used the scraps on this one. So you'll see me peel a couple different layers of tape off of this one, so don't worry about it. It's okay. Totally normal. And our sign is all finished. It's nice because the wood is now sealed from the elements, and then your vinyl, being that it is a 651 or a permanent vinyl product, it is going to hold up against the weather. I will get a hanger put on this, and when we come back, I'll show you guys how we're going to do that. To do the hangers, we're just going to use these little cup hooks, and they're really easy to work with. And again, I'm sorry if Magnolia jumps in the screen, but it's her favorite. So I've already put one in, and all I have to do is I flip my sign up. And these, because they're going to go outside and I'm going to put a string on them, don't have to be exact. So I just push down a little bit and I make a little indent into my wood. And this is a soft wood. And I'm going to see if I can get it turned this way so you guys can maybe see a little bit better what I'm doing. But basically, and it's hard because my fingers have to hold the hook. But all I'm doing is taking the hook and pressing down just a little bit and holding it straight with my other hand and then turning the hook in. And once it's pretty well in, we can just, oops, sorry, bumped you. You can just turn it and turn it and turn it and get it screwed in. It should screw in pretty quickly and pretty easily. And then you just want to make sure that once it's all the way screwed in that it faces the back, because that's how we're going to hang it. So it's pretty well screwed in, so we're just going to make sure that it's facing the back and we have both of our hooks in. I'm going to get some ribbon to hang this with and we'll be all finished. And here is our finished outdoor sealed sign. Just remember, you only seal the wood and not the vinyl. If you seal the vinyl, the sealant can actually work its way under your vinyl and lift it. And we don't want that to happen after you've done all this work on a beautiful sign for your outdoor garden, your patio, your friend, your front porch, wherever you're going to put this sign. You just want to make sure that it's going to last. If you guys have any questions, make sure you put those in the comments down below. I'm always happy to answer this for you. Please ignore the kitten feet that just showed up in the video. She's crazy. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. If you're looking for any tutorials, make sure you comment those in the bottom in those comments, because I make these tutorials because you guys request them. I hope you guys had a really fun time learning how to make an outdoor sign using vinyl. Have a great day and happy crafting!